سلام دوستان عزیز، نوشین نیکفرجام هستم در برنامه دانش و آگاهی در تلویزیون عصر امروز. امیدوارم هر جای دنیا که هستین برنامه ما رو میبینین خوب و خوش و سرحال و سلامت باشین. امروز به یک مهمون نازنین بسیار عزیز دارم که از سالهای قبل با ایشون آشنا شدم و یکی از دوستان خیلی نازنین من هستن، آقای ارژنگ زندهدل. سلام هر شد.
سلام.
حال شما؟
مرسی.
خیلی ممنون که اومدین.
خیلی ممنون که دعوتم کردین.
ممنونم. من از ارژنگ خیلی خواهش کرده بودم که زودتر بیاد ولی وقت نکرده بود دیگه. امروز به ما به قول معروف افتخار داده و آمده.
مرسی که دعوتم کردین. خیلی ممنون.
برنامه امروز به خاطر مهم بودنش و جوری که کلاسایی که ارژنگ داره همه رو به انگلیسی صحبت میکنه، تمامش رو ما میخوایم به انگلیسی برگزار کنیم. ازتون معذرت میخوام اگر ناراحت میشین، ولی خوبیش به اینه که افرادی که تو خانواده هاتون افراد جوانتر دارین که دلشون میخواد که روی خودشون کار کنن، شخصا میتونن به کلاس‌های دریمالیتی، حالا وقتی که توضیحشو میدم، بپیوندند و از تمام درسایی که ارژنگ جون بهشون میده بهره ببرن. در نتیجه خواهش میکنم که اینو حتما با دوستان و فامیل نزدیکتون که انگلیسی صحبت میکنن، به خصوص جوانها، در بذارین. و اگر فکر میکنین که دوست دارین که این برنامه بعداً به فارسی اجرا بشه، من باز از ارژنگ جون خواهش میکنم که دفعه دیگه اگه بتونه بیاد و برنامه رو به فارسی ترجمه کنیم. با اجازه همتون الان شروع میکنیم. من اول یه بیوگرافی از ایشون میگم به انگلیسی و بعد از اون شروع میکنم به سوال کردن ازشون. خب Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. It's nice to be here.
Same here.
Yeah.
So first of all, I met you how many years ago? Oh my God. I think close to maybe 20 years ago.
I think so, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So before I read the bio, Arjang was a radio host show, right?
And still am.
And still. Yeah,
Yes.
but for KIRN 670 AM.
I was for
Right.
KRSI and then KRN 670 AM for 7 years and now KMED ABC Radio.
Okay. So that's how I met him, because I wanted him to interview the dean of the university that I was attending to. And after that, basically we became friends.
Yes.
And I attended his classes and I worked with him for a while. So Arjang has a very, very special place in my heart, and I'm really honored to have you here today.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So let's
You have
go.
a special place in my heart.
Thank you. So let's go on the bio. It's a pretty good bio, actually. I love it.
Okay.
So Arjang Abraham Zendehdel is a living example of triumph over trauma. My God, that is amazing. Everyone has challenges, as we all know, and Arjang has lived through the Iranian Revolution. How old were you when you came here?
I was 9.
Oh my God, just a baby.
Yes.
He was hiding in the bomb shelters during the Iran-Iraq war. Then he had to move to a new country and probably learn how to speak English then, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I didn't know English. I knew, I think, hello.
He experienced a major car crash. He was held at gunpoint. Then negative emotions such as fear, sadness, and confusion were with him most of the time before, when you were
Not most, but some of the time,
Yeah.
when I was younger, yes.
Younger.
Yes.
And most recently, his home burned down in Pacific Palisades in January of a few months ago in Los Angeles. And his life experiences sparked him to train and research for 30 plus years in over 14 different disciplines to master the secrets of success and fulfillment. Among other distinctions, he has a BA in Communications from UCLA, an MBA from Pepperdine University, and is a certified mediator, master coach, and master practitioner of neuro-linguistic programming, or NLP, as you might know the abbreviation of. Having healed his own traumas and turned his dreams into reality, in 2002, Arjang founded Dreamality Education and Coaching to teach others how to achieve their potential and live their dreams. As president and head trainer of Dreamality, Arjang has created an innovative and proven step-by-step system for creating results in all aspects of life. He has combined profound wisdom integrated from 14 disciplines and invented some of the world's most cutting-edge techniques called precision transformation technology, including the revolutionary emotional transformation techniques such as fear into power, anger into peace, sadness into joy, and more. Through life-changing seminars and personal coaching, Dreamality has already supported thousands of people to take quantum leap forward in performance and quality of life. Arjang has also inspired hundreds of thousands of people worldwide as popular talk show host because of, you are going to listen to his voice and he's amazing live or on radio. So you have been on, as we said at the beginning, KRSI, KIRN, 670 AM and KMET, ABC radio for more than 13 years. Arjang has been happily married to his beautiful wife Nicole for over 23 years.
Yes.
Wow.
Almost 24 soon.
Really? When is your anniversary?
August.
Oh my God.
I know.
We have to celebrate. So he has 4 beautiful, successful, amazing children, ages 19 to 6. So
good job. I'm impressed. You did a very good job introducing me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Excellent.
So actually your mother-in-law was on TV with Mrs. Debbie Amini.
Oh, okay. Recently?
Yeah. A few months ago.
Okay.
Right after the fire.
Ah, okay.
And her program was in Farsi, and I think I even posted it and shared it on social media because I thought that is a very important message. So let's go and talk about the fires. Because
sure.
It basically ruined one of the most beautiful parts of Los Angeles,
yes.
Pacific Palisades.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I haven't been able to go there and see the place. Oh my God, I don't think I will be happy to see it. But I used to teach at Pacific Palisades High School. So that's why I always had to drive that way.
Sure.
And I loved it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful city.
It's gorgeous. So I'm hoping that, God willing, everything is going to be rebuilt even better.
Yes.
So share with us your experience with your home burning in the wildfires. Okay. That's so difficult.
Yeah.
God forbid.
Yeah. So first of all, let me share the wildfires is considered to be the worst wildfire in U.S. history.
Yeah.
If you go to Pacific Palisades, it looks like they dropped nuclear bombs on different parts of it. And it's interesting because parts of the city you have complete blocks are completely gone, just blocks completely gone. Some parts you have blocks gone, but then there's 1 or 2 houses that are there. And then there's some places where everything is there except like 1 or 2 places. So it really depends which part of it you go to, but it's really something to behold.
Yeah.
So what I can share with you is, first of all, Tuesday, January 7th, it was late morning, and they told us there's a fire, and we thought, oh, okay, they're going to take care of it. There was a fire actually a week before that. And they had planes come and take care of it. And
you were in a condo.
We were in a condo. We were in by the ocean.
Yeah,
by the ocean. Yeah. Really beautiful place. And we didn't want to live in Malibu because we always said to my wife, I don't want to live where there's fires. Malibu is fire country, and we don't want to be there. Yeah. And Pacific Palisades is separate from everything but close to everything, so we lived in Pacific Palisades. And so Tuesday, January 7th, they said, there's fire. I said, okay, they're going to take care of it, no problem. And then around 12-something, they said, okay, you got to evacuate.
My God. Where were you?
I was home, actually, and my wife was also, because I have a home office that I work from outside of my seminars that I work from. And, like they said with COVID, abundance of caution. We're like, okay, abundance of caution, we're going to come back. And everyone I've spoken to who was in the Palisades, we thought we're going to come back because the fire was like a mile away from us, very far. So we said, okay, so we had talked about this because there was a fire, as I mentioned, the week before, and like a year before there was another fire that they had quickly taken care of. So we were talking about what we want to take. So we took main jewelry and passport and social security and my computers, etc. And then we left. We left about a half hour after that.
Yeah.
And we left. We thought we were going to come back.
Right.
And then the next day we found out that our whole condominium building completely had burned down.
Oh my God.
Except the first floor of the garage, but our unit is empty air now. And just everything just cut, it's gone, which is pretty, yeah.
Oh
and we were always pleased because the fire station is about a block and a half away from us, so we were always happy that we're so close to the fire station in case something happens. But you know, that's where they say, you know, man plans and God laughs, because it's not always in our control what happens in our lives, right? And we left a lot of the stuff, Persian rugs that my mom and grandmother had given me, which were gorgeous, I loved. And our ketubah, our wedding contract that we had left, and you know, almost all our clothes and a lot of the things, memories, albums, my wedding album, which was not digital.
Oh my goodness.
All of them burned down. You know, we only have what's digital left. So there's a lot of things that we had left thinking we're going to come back, and nothing's going to happen. We had people, literally our neighbors, who saw their jewelry, said, it's not worth it, I'll come back tonight, tomorrow, and you know, it's fine. Why take it? It's not worth the effort.
Very understandable.
Yeah. So most people could just not imagine something like this would happen because it just had not happened before. So here's where I want to share with you: if you're ever given a fire evacuation, don't assume you're going to come back. Yeah. As long as it's safe to do so, take as much as you can. And people ask me, "Were you insured?" It's usually one of the first questions.
Yeah.
You probably were going to ask me soon. I don't know, but we were underinsured. Most people were either not insured or underinsured. In fact, I don't know why that part of the city or California, a lot of insurance companies were pulling out from doing fire insurance.
I think they do it for earthquake mostly.
No, insurance companies were not insuring. So we couldn't even get, for the building, primary fire insurance. They had to get California Fair Plan, which is secondary insurance. Jesus. So most people were underinsured. And, you know, it's interesting, Noushin, because I didn't think we'd go through this. We went through a process of mourning.
Yeah, definitely.
And you think, like, why? Because it's not a person, right? Someone who passed away.
Oh, my God. It's so difficult. So many memories.
We lived there for 20-plus years, 23-plus years.
So since you got married,
No, I was living somewhere else for the first year or so, a year plus, and then we moved here. We had all our 4 kids there.
Yeah.
I met my wife in that building.
That's right.
So there's a tremendous amount of memories.
Your mother-in-law was next door, right?
My mother-in-law lived a few units down. My home office was there. So there's just a lot of memories. So we actually went through a process of mourning.
Definitely.
And it's not just the objects, it's what it represented and all the, you know, think about if you go buy a shirt, right? Or a skirt. How much effort does it take to think about what you want and go and find the thing that you like and then buy it and then take care of it and maybe dry clean it. There's a lot of effort and energy that goes into these things.
Whatever you lose, honestly, there's a mourning process about it. Doesn't matter what it is. It can be sunglasses.
You know, I didn't think we'd go through it.
Yeah.
And we did.
I mean, this is a whole house. Whole 23 years of memories and, you know, everything.
Yeah. My son had Legos. He did like a memoriam for all his, you know, thousands of dollars worth of Legos. Like over the years, you know, he's 19 now. So many Legos. So there was a process of going through that we went through, and then you know, obviously then we move forward and go beyond. So that is part of the experience, the first thing that happened. I do want to share with you what happened beyond that.
Okay.
You ready for that? Go ahead, ask me.
Yeah. No, I was
Tell me what happened.
Yeah, what happened? No, it's difficult. It's very difficult when you find out. I mean, it's so a few years ago, as you know, there were fires in LA. I think it was like 2019.
Okay.
And my cousin, about, I think it was 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning, I mean, that he kept texting me and my brother in a group text, because my brother used to live on Mulholland.
Okay.
And I'm in Brentwood, the people who are familiar with Los Angeles. So I'm across from Getty Museum, and I can see sometimes the fire from my house. And so my cousin kept texting me and said, you better move out. You better get out. And I go tell my kids said, yeah, let's go. And my husband says, no, nothing is going to happen.
Right.
Everybody's like that. So the house next door was just built, and they had a light on all the time. So I went to the bathroom to get ready, to get my stuff ready, and I saw that the light is yellow because that's their light. 5 minutes later, I go to the bathroom while I'm arguing with my husband, let's get out, and he says, no, everything is red.
Oh.
Everything.
So the house next to you burnt down?
It didn't burn down. I could see the fire through their house.
Oh, okay.
So the fire, thank God, it stopped at the end of our cul-de-sac.
Thank God.
But we left. We took all of our cars, not that much belongings. We just ran, and I went to my parents' house because I had their keys. I didn't wake him up. We went up. We took our dog and everything. We went there, and we tried not to make noise until, again, about 5 a.m. they woke up and they saw our whole family there.
Mm-hmm.
So
did they tell you to evacuate, or you weren't told to?
We were just scared. We couldn't do anything.
Right. Okay.
You could see the fire so close.
Sure.
So thank God the house didn't burn down. Nothing burned down, but we had the fumes
that you had to deal with
for a long time.
Yes.
This time, we had to evacuate for a week.
During the Palisades fire?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was close to you guys.
Yeah, we evacuated, but we didn't have electricity. They didn't let us in. We evacuated. You evacuated. You had to leave on Tuesday. They kept telling us leave, and then they said no, you're okay until Friday night.
I see.
So we left Friday night.
Okay.
And then Saturday morning, we went back home because a friend of mine just texted me and said, do you have your passport? Do you have this? Do you have that? Like a list of important stuff. So we ran to the house. I gathered as much evidence that I could, like passports and birth certificates and my marriage certificate, stuff like that. I put them all together, and I have a big bag that I use for my clients. So it has all my clients' information, my hypnotherapy books, stuff like that. And I said, oh my God, I have to take this.
Yeah.
I have clients, So I take that. I have I did gather some stuff, a few clothes, and we went to my son's house.
Right.
And we stayed there for a week.
Okay.
And then...
So you experienced a little taste of it. Yeah.
I did, but thank God, it didn't get to our house.
Right.
But I know how devastating it is because after that, they wouldn't let us in.
I see. Was there smoke damage in your house?
No, not this time.
Thank God, okay.
But, most of the trees almost died.
Yeah.
Because of the heat and everything.
Yeah.
So it's very, very scary because fire can happen in just a second.
Yeah.
And I can understand. I hope that it doesn't happen again, ever.
Well, there was, first of all, there are a lot of lawsuits happening.
Yeah.
They hadn't filled the reservoir that they needed to to get rid of the fires.
Right.
There was electrical grids that they needed to shut down. They did. There's issues that happen, so there's a lot of lawsuits happening. It's not just, there's of course nature, but there's also the response that they really need to learn from, very much so, and make a change for the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully never happens.
God willing.
God.
Yeah.
So are you going to tell us what happened the day you told us what happened the day you found out that your home burned down? So you left.
Right. So we left Tuesday. I went to my mom's house in Westwood. We evacuated there. And at this point, we didn't know our house had burned down. And we could see the fire, on the map where it shows, and it hadn't gone to our house. Yeah. And then Wednesday, I had a Zoom call with my client. I was doing Fear into Power, the technique that I've created, how to overcome your fears on Zoom.
Right.
And in the middle, at some point, my wife calls me, and I usually don't pick up when I'm in session, but under the circumstances I picked up, and she's crying, our house burned down. I said, wow, are you sure? She goes, yeah, there's pictures, there's video. I said,
so she didn't go there, though?
No, we couldn't go. We were not allowed to go.
Exactly, yeah.
After we left, they had, sealed the whole area.
Yeah.
Right, unless you were firefighters or something, emergency units. So she said that. I said, okay. I took about a minute or so and gathered myself, and then I went back to my client. I told her what happened. And she said, do you want to stop? I said, no, I'm good, because immediately everything I teach and have learned for decades now just kicked in automatically. Right. Yeah. And I was in a state of acceptance and power, and I supported her overcome her fear, and I was sharing about my own experience, and she's experiencing it in real time. Right. She's blown away, so she overcame her fear. She was completely clear of her fear by the time we were done. She was in a state of power. And then that night, I was scheduled to do a seminar called Peaceful Mind, Peaceful Life, how to be unconditionally peaceful regardless of the ups and downs of life, and in front of about 100 people. So my wife comes in, she's upset, my daughter comes in, she's crying, and so we soothe everyone. We hadn't told our little ones yet, my two little sons. And so I spoke with my wife, what do you think? Shall we do the seminar tonight? There's smoke in the air even where we were going to teach. So we decided together, I said, yeah, let's do it. I said, I feel good. You feel good? She's like, yeah. I'm like, I'm calm. I'm powerful. I'm still happy. Wow. She said, I said, are you good? She said, yeah. I said, okay, let's go and let's take our daughter. It'll be good for her to hear this. It'll soothe her, and we'll monitor her.
You were in a state of shock, all of you.
Shock, and also applying what I'm going to share today as far as how to deal with such a situation. This is not the worst thing that's ever happened to me. It's not even, I don't think, top 1 or 2. Okay. So we said, okay, so we went. There was about 100 people. I got up and I said, my house burned down today, and this is how you can be unconditionally peaceful no matter what, and here's what I'm going to share with you how. Wow. And of course, people were blown away. And for me, it was actually a confirmation of what I have learned and what I teach, because it's not like this is only something I can do. This is something we can all do if we have the right mindset. That's right. Right? And there are times in my life, Noushin, where my mind was in hell, and internally I was in a very dark, negative space. And that's why I went through a process of growth and transformation, was to relieve my own suffering and to learn how to be fulfilled and successful and peaceful no matter what. And what I discovered is, if your mind is in the right place, and now my mind is in heaven no matter what, it doesn't matter what happens outside of us. We can handle it, and we can overcome it. We can even thrive, right? So people say, wow, you survived. I say, yes, I survived, but my goal is to thrive from this, not just to survive, right? Yeah. So that was my experience, and what we spoke about, what shall we talk about today? And really, what I'd love to share with people is how to be unconditionally joyous, calm, and strong despite life's fires. And I emphasize the word unconditionally because it means regardless of the conditions of life, right? Regardless of the ups and downs of life, how do we deal with the fires of life? Now, fires is the literal fire, our house burning down, but it could be a health issue, relationship issue, financial issue, emotional problem, addiction, or whatever it is. How do we still maintain our joy, peace, calm, and power regardless? And I'd love to share about that today.
Please. Yeah.
Okay.
We are ready.
You're ready? Okay, so let's do it. All right. So, people ask me, first of all, they say, how could you be happy? Right? This happened, like, how'd you be happy? Yeah. Right? And my answer is, I'm not happy that my house burned down. It was a big financial hit.
Of course.
Right? Wow. It's a lot of, people don't realize necessarily, it's not just the objects and stuff also, it's the going out of your routine and all the time and energy to rebuild. It's a lot that goes into it. So I'm not happy that it happened. I'm happy despite the fact that my house burned down. Yeah. And also, I lost my home. Why should I lose my happiness too? That's up to me.
Of course. Because you lose your happiness, you lose your health.
My health.
That's another thing.
And first of all, it's valuable by itself. And of course it affects my health, etc. So I'm like, okay, I already lost my home. Why should I make it worse? Right? So I refuse. I absolutely refuse to let go of my happiness. I choose to be unconditionally happy. And then with happiness, deal with whatever it is that's going on.
So question.
Yes.
You said you went through state of mourning.
Yes.
So, I mean, I want for everyone to understand that we can go through mourning, get it done with, and be happy afterwards.
Okay, actually, let me share another way.
Or during, or meanwhile.
So this is the key.
Yeah.
The core of who we are is happy.
Yeah.
And powerful and peaceful.
Yeah.
So I can have sadness, or I could be crying, and I didn't cry over my house burning down, actually. And it'd be okay if I did.
Right.
And still be happy, right? So mourning, by the way, most people think mourning means sadness, but it doesn't necessarily mean that, right? Mourning is going through a process of getting complete with something that's gone, and reacclimating to a new reality. So it could include sadness and crying, but it doesn't have to. And it's okay to feel sad and cry. It's a natural human emotion. I'm not saying suppress that emotion.
I mean, it's okay to feel sad. A lot of people, if they are not sad, they will get upset when they are mourning.
Who will get upset? What do you mean?
People, because you just said that you don't need to be sad while you're mourning, but traditionally, people who are mourning are sad. And if they do not feel sad, they will get upset.
Who, other people, or they themselves?
Other people.
Yes,
yeah.
Very good.
Or themselves.
And it's a very good point, because people have a false belief, which I also had, which is that you have to be sad in order to show that you care.
Yeah, that's another one.
Right, so caring and sadness has become linked. That
is that
in
a
order,
Persian thing, or is
I think it's universal.
Okay.
I think it's universal that in order to show that I care, I have to feel sad, which is actually not true.
No.
We can care. You can actually go through a process of mourning and still not be sad. Yeah. Now, it's okay to feel sad. It's okay to cry, because that's natural. But I want to share with people, you're not obligated to feel sad. You don't have to. And I'm not suggesting suppressing the sadness that exists. If it's there, it's important to acknowledge it and accept it and face it and deal with it. Which I did. I had some emotion come up. I had anxiety come up. I had some sadness come up. But I dealt with it and I transformed it. But during the whole time, my core self was still and is happy.
Right.
And that is something that is really important to understand. When we connect to our true self, when we connect to our highest self, our higher self, the essence of who we are, that's a wellspring of joy, peace, and power. So even if on the surface you have sadness, it's like a deep ocean, right? So the depth of the ocean is calm, even if there's a big storm on the outer edges of it, right? Or it's mild on the outer edges of it. So when we connect to our true depths, right, to our core of power and happiness and joy and godliness and strength and peace, etc., then we can deal with anything, and even when we have emotions, we can still go through it strongly.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So that's the experience I have.
I love that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for your question. You caught it well. You say, how are you mourning but still happy, right? So I'm glad.
But I love the fact that your example included ocean, and I love ocean. When you see that stormy ocean on the top, is it still quiet on the bottom?
Yes.
I love that.
Yes, exactly. So the question is then, how do we experience unconditional joy, calm, peace, and strength, regardless of what happens, right?
Yeah, I do that all the time.
You do what all the time?
I do feel happy and joyous, and then when I get sad, I express it, and it gets out of my system, and I'm still happy and joyous.
Good, amazing. Good.
Yeah. So
people have a hard time sometimes understanding that. So how can I go through a tragedy, through a challenge, and still be happy, peaceful, powerful, etc.? And the answer is, we got to back up first and understand, where do our emotions come from? Because one of the beliefs that people have is that the reason I feel happy, sad, afraid, powerful, calm, angry, etc., is due to the situations and people in my life, right? This is happening to my child, this is why I feel sad. This is what's happening to my home, this is what's happening financially, this is what's happening to my health. It's the situations, the circumstances that make me feel the way that I do. So therefore, in order to feel better, I got to change the situation, or the situation has to change by itself if I don't have any power over it, and then I'll feel better, right? And I grew up like that, and most people believe that, because something happens, we feel an emotion, so we assume, yes, that's why I feel this way.
Right.
Well, it's a big false belief.
Yes.
Why is it a false belief? Because, and this is very important, it's not the situations and people in our lives that make us feel the way that we do. It's how we think about, how we interpret the situations and people in our lives that make us feel the way that we do.
Exactly.
But because our thoughts, interpretations are often invisible to ourselves, or we're not fully aware of them, we falsely believe it's the people and situations, but it's not. It's how we think about it, how we interpret it. Otherwise, why would 10 people go through the same circumstance and have 10 different reactions, emotional responses?
Yeah.
There were people in the Palisades, I heard at least one person who committed suicide.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh my God.
So, same pretty much circumstances, different reaction. How could that be? Because our mindset is different, our thoughts are different, and that is the ultimate key, and that's all the ultimate power. Noushin, do you know why this is great news? That our emotions come from our thinking and interpretations and not circumstances.
Because we can change it ourselves.
Because we have power over it. It's great news. We don't always have power over people, situations. People are what they are. They have free will. Situations may not change, but we always have a choice. And this is where our power lies, how to interpret, how to think about, how to respond to our life circumstances. Yeah. As Dr. Viktor Frankl said, that's our ultimate freedom, is the freedom to choose how to respond.
That's right.
Yeah. So that is key. Once we understand that, then it becomes a question of, okay, what kind of thinking brings me down and makes me sad, anxious, afraid, upset, angry, etc., and what kind of thinking reverses that and allows me to be joyous, peaceful, powerful, etc.
Yeah, I love that. And you teach everyone in your Dreamality classes.
We do.
Seminars.
That's what we do.
Yeah. So I just want to let everybody know that
that's what we teach.
Yeah.
That's the main thing I teach. Yes.
And you do that step by step.
Step by step, absolutely.
I've been there. I've sent some of my ex-clients to you.
Yes, just recently.
Yeah.
He had an amazing experience.
He did.
Yeah. Really great breakthroughs.
Yeah.
He's a great guy. So there are very important ways of thinking and interpreting that allows us to be joyous, peaceful, powerful. And if you wish, I'm happy to share some of those.
Please,
today.
There are 4 keys at least?
There's many. I can share with you 4 keys, main ones that we can immediately use that I was sharing, that day when my house burned down, and also afterwards. I've been speaking at a lot of different places. So definitely, if you have a pen and paper, take out your pen and paper. I encourage you to take notes with this if you wish. Or
you can rewatch the program.
Oh, that's good. Or absorb, memorize it. Yes.
And then take notes again.
Okay. So the first key, so let me share with everybody here 4 keys that you can use in order to be unconditionally joyous, calm, and strong despite life's fires, despite life's challenges. So the first key is to understand that we're bigger than any challenge.
True.
Right? People asked me, they said, how are you so strong through this? And what I shared with them is the strength that I have, we all have.
Yeah.
And where does it come from? For me, it comes from a spiritual foundation, right? So where is God, Noushin?
Everywhere.
Where is God, Noushin? By the way, I do accents.
Yeah.
I'm an equal opportunity accent creator. I do different accents, so if it comes out, just be prepared.
Yeah.
So where's God?
Inside.
Just only inside of us?
Everywhere.
Everywhere, right?
Everywhere.
So if you study
inside us, everywhere. So it's like,
right. If
you're part of the everywhere.
Yeah. So if we study different spiritual traditions, especially mysticism like Kabbalah, Sufism, Zen Buddhism, etc., they talk about how God is everywhere, right? Omnipresent.
That's right.
So we really need to think about it. If God is everywhere, we're literally swimming within God, right? We're within God. God is everywhere. And God is the core of who we are. There's a part of God that's within us. Not the entirety of God, right? As the mystics like to say, we're like the drop of ocean taken from the ocean. We have the same material as the ocean, but we're not the whole, we're a part of it. Right. Or we're the rock taken from the mountain. So within us is a part of God, which is the most powerful force in the universe.
Yep.
Within us is the most powerful force in the universe. So it's important to remind ourselves that we have the infinite power, the ultimate power within us, and we absolutely are stronger and bigger than any challenge. Now, we may not think that we can handle a situation, we may not feel so, we may not believe so, but we still have the ability, the power to deal with and overcome any challenge, or else it would not be in our lives. Okay? So we absolutely have the power to deal with any challenge. And knowing that and reminding ourselves of that gives us actually the power to then go ahead and do so.
That's true.
Yeah.
And then if people believe in the higher power, that's how I deal with it. When you believe in God or higher power, whatever you want to name it, that power never ever wants something bad for you. So whatever happens in your life is going to be for the betterment of your life.
Yes.
So, I mean, that's how I deal with it all the time.
That's good. Yeah. That actually connects to one of the keys too.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
Good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So key number 2 is to focus on gratitude. So what do I say that? So at every moment we have a choice what to focus on.
Yes.
Okay? Every human being has blessings and challenges, right? Every human being has lightness and dark in their lives. There's no human being who has only bad. There's no human being who has only good.
Yeah.
Generally, that's my experience. I haven't seen an exception, at least. Okay?
That's right. Yeah.
So, you say, well, I have so much going on. What's good in my life? We're alive. We're breathing, right? I like to say, do you have tooth pain right now? And people say, well, no. Or some people say yes. I say, okay, well, you have about 32 teeth that are not in pain. Even if you have one tooth that's hurting, all the other ones are not, right?
Yeah.
So our focus is like a flashlight in a dark room. We have a choice what to focus on. So I can focus on the negative, and some people don't just focus on it. They obsess over it. They fixate on it. It becomes their entire consciousness, right? It's like their hand is right in front of their eyes, right? Yeah. That's all they see. So then we feel down and upset and depressed because it's negative, and that's what I'm focused on and obsessing about. So it's important we choose what to focus on, and it's very important, and people probably have heard this, to focus on what we're grateful for, to appreciate the good in our lives. Now, you may have heard of this. It's important not just to know this, but to really live this, practice this, master this on a daily basis. So for example, I'm so grateful. Nothing happened to myself, my wife, and kids. We're alive.
Yeah, that's the most
we're healthy.
Yeah.
We have a friend who passed away. Friend whose house burned in the Palisades, and he said they evacuated, and the next day the whole family was down. He said, you know what? Let's say the day before the fire, we knew it was going to happen. We got a whole big moving truck, and we took all the stuff that was in our house, all our valuables, because they also left almost everything. Right. And we took everything, your jeans, this and that, and how would it be? And the kids are like, oh, it would have been great. He says, but one thing, I lost my arm in the process.
Oh my God.
Would it have been worth it?
God forbid.
And they think, they're like, no, thank God, no, it wouldn't be worth it. He says, okay, thank God, look, we're all healthy, we're alive. So, okay, we lost the object. So thank God it wasn't worse. We're alive, we're healthy, we can rebuild. And you know what? I didn't cry because my house burned down. But there was so much love and caring. People dropped off food and clothes from, like, my daughter's school, her friends, people she didn't even know. They did a GoFundMe for me, for us, that we, our friends. It was just so much love and caring and support from friends, from family, from the community, even from the government, from government agencies, right? It was just so amazing, and I'm so grateful for that, right? So, and that's just about the fire. I really encourage you, think about right now what you're grateful for. Noushin Nikfarjam, what are you grateful for right now?
Right now?
Right now.
Honestly, that you're here.
Okay, I am grateful that I'm with you.
No, but my health and, my family, that comes to my mind right away. First,
Yeah. So I really encourage you, count your blessings right now. Family, friends, food that we get to enjoy, freedoms that we have, technology, music, entertainment. There's so many blessings. So key number 2 is to focus on what we're grateful for. Yeah. And by the way, studies have shown when we're grateful, people who are grateful tend to be happier, they make more money, they have less health issues. There's a lot of benefits from gratefulness. So that's key number 2.
That's great. I mean, I give my clients sometimes a gratitude journal.
That's good.
And I ask them, to write at least 5 things you're grateful for at night. And then they say, well, we don't know what. I said, did you have a cup of coffee today? Yeah. Okay.
There you go. 5 fingers here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm
grateful for having a cup of coffee or ice cold water, if you like, or whatever. They can be as simple as you want. They don't need to be a big, huge thing. I'm grateful. My dad bought me a Ferrari today.
Exactly.
It's not.
Exactly.
So,
Absolutely. Yeah. And also, by the way, it's especially good to practice being grateful in times of challenge. Take a minute. Take 2 minutes. List what you're grateful for, because it allows us to expand our consciousness, not fixate only on the negative, and then gives us the strength to deal with the challenge.
Definitely.
So that's key number 2.
Okay.
Key number 3? Okay. So key number 3 is the following. We all have things in our lives that don't go well sometimes. It could be from small things to large things. It's something we deal with as human beings. You know, one of the things I teach is, one of my quotes is, challenges are not a glitch in the system, they're part of the design of life.
Nice.
Okay?
Yeah.
So we all have challenges. The question is, what do we do with it? A very important key skill set is acceptance. Properly understood. Acceptance is not giving up. Noushin John, can you repeat that for me?
Acceptance is not giving up.
Good. And this is very important, because most people think if I accept something, I give up, I don't do anything about it. Right? And I could go on for about a few hours about just this concept. But acceptance...
They're going to take Dreamality.
So acceptance, the way I define it, is accepting the reality. I care, I want it to be different, but whether I like it or not, this is the reality. I accept the reality. And I can still then change it and do what I can to improve it from a place of acceptance. Or do nothing if there's nothing to do. But it doesn't restrict me, like I either have to fight and suffer, etc., or I accept and do nothing. What I'm saying is acceptance is not giving up. It's not being passive. It's not being indifferent. It's a positive, powerful state where you say, you know what, whether I like it or not, this is what happened. Whether I like it or not, my house burned down. There's no going back to that. It happened. So now the question is, what do I do with it? Acceptance brings inner peace. This is what I immediately went into. The moment my wife said our house burned down, I went into a state of acceptance. That's why I was able to continue the coaching session on the spot and then teach that night, Wednesday, January 8th, when my house burned down. And one of the keys was to be in a state of acceptance. It is what it is. This is what I have. And that brings tremendous peace, calm, and power. And I want to emphasize we can accept and then still take action, but from a place of acceptance, which means from a place of peace and power.
Right.
Good?
I love that.
That's it. That's a major key also.
Yeah. And the fourth one?
You want to know the fourth?
Yeah. I want to make sure that we have enough time.
Okay, sure. So key number 4 is a Kabbalistic concept, which is every descent is for the sake of ascent.
Okay.
In other words, every time we go down is to come to a higher place than when we started. It's like going on a springboard. You come down to come higher. Right? Or a trampoline is a better idea. You go down on the trampoline to jump higher, right? So every descent is for the sake of ascent. Every challenge is for the sake of achieving something greater than when we started. And many of you can probably look back at your life and say, you know what, I went through this hardship, I went through this challenge, but I came out of it stronger, wiser, etc. It was hard, right? So it's important to remember that.
That's right.
Right? It's important to really remember that. And the biggest challenges in our lives can often be the biggest teachers.
Yeah, and unfortunately, a lot of times we don't see that at the same time.
We don't necessarily see
But later on, we look at it and say, oh my God, if this hadn't happened to me, I would not have been where I am now.
Yeah. Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple Computers, he has a quote, and I'm paraphrasing. He says, you don't connect the dots looking forward. You only connect the dots looking backward. So you have to trust that somehow the dots will connect, which means when we look back, we see, oh, this got to that, and it didn't work out with this person I was dating, but then it led me to marry my spouse, or it didn't work with this job, but then it led me to the other job. So sometimes we can look back and see how the dots in our lives connected, but as we're living it, we don't necessarily get it. And that's where trust or faith comes. Faith is above logic. I have faith there's a higher purpose, even though I don't understand it. And that faith in higher purpose, that God is with me, that I can handle whatever happens, gives us the strength to then powerfully move through whatever it is that I'm going through.
Definitely.
And remember, the sword becomes a sword when the iron is put to the fire. The diamond becomes the diamond when it's put under tremendous pressure, when the coal is put under tremendous pressure. So remind yourself the challenge is there for us to reach a higher place, and that itself gives us the strength to powerfully deal with it, overcome it, and master it even.
So how did Nicole and the kids go through this?
Well, they of course had their emotions. My little one, he got a fever when he found out. The next day, we told him the next day after my seminar because we wanted to be there and soothe them. So they had different emotions, but we talked about it. We supported them.
Your oldest son wasn't here.
He was not here. He was out of the country. So we went through a process, and I was sharing with them what I'm sharing with you. Right. The symbol for crisis in Chinese also means opportunity.
Oh, I like that.
And in Hebrew, it's mashber, which also means a birth stool, which means every challenge gives birth to something greater.
Yeah, new birth.
Right?
Yeah.
When the baby leaves the womb, it's a death in a way of that experience to experience something new. So we got to leave behind that old experience to experience something new.
True.
So these are the things that I was sharing with them, and listen, when we think this way, it's empowering. It makes us feel calm and happy,
definitely.
Peaceful, etc.
And you can apply it to any disaster in life.
Any challenge, any disaster, absolutely.
Yeah.
So let me repeat the 4 keys. First of all, it's important before to remember that it's our interpretations, thoughts that create our emotions.
Yes.
And then key number 1 is to focus on what we're grateful for, right? Actually, I think key number 1 is we're bigger than any challenge. Number 2 is to focus on what we're grateful for. Key number 3 is to accept whatever is not working and then still take action from a place of acceptance, which is not giving up, it's accepting and then still dealing with it. And key number 4 is every descent is for the sake of ascent, to realize the challenge is there to support us to achieve something greater ultimately.
Definitely.
Yeah.
By the way, I love the way you teach when you are in the seminars too.
Thank
I mean,
you.
here too, but like I remember you kept repeating everything, so it just like goes into the mind and the heart and everything. Yeah.
And in the seminars it's interactive, so it actually absorbs a lot more. Yeah.
So let me ask you a couple more questions because we have, I think, Mariam John, do we have 5 minutes, 7 minutes?
A few minutes, huh? Okay. So
what are the ways that your organization, Dreamality, uniquely serves people?
Okay, well, good question. Thank you.
Thank you.
So first of all, I'm the founder and head trainer of Dreamality Education and Coaching. The word Dreamality is a combination of 2 words, right?
Yeah.
Which is dream and reality. So we educate people how to take their dreams, their potential, and transform them into reality. And since 2002, we've had the great honor of supporting thousands of people do just that step by step. So that's what we do. We provide really cutting-edge seminars and high-end personal coaching. And there's a lot of ways we do things uniquely. One of them is that I've had the opportunity to integrate a lot of wisdom from 14 plus different disciplines, which means it's not just a psychological approach or a spiritual approach. It is interdisciplinary. So we have the synergy of a lot of different disciplines, ancient, modern, Eastern, Western, which gives us tremendous power in dealing with life's challenges, right? Yeah. 2, I've had the opportunity to create what I call precision transformation technology based on everything I've learned. These are some of the most cutting-edge tools and techniques for creating inner and outer change, and they include our emotional transformation techniques. A lot of popular techniques out there, Noushin John, teach you just how to manage your emotions, like anger management, which is great, but it doesn't mean the emotion is gone. I've managed my anger, it's not necessarily gone.
You have to change the root cause.
Right. So emotional transformation is the most cutting edge that I'm aware of because there's specific techniques for changing our emotions from negative to positive states. So I've created a technique, for example, called anger into peace. Another one is sadness into joy, fear into power, to literally get rid of those negative emotions and come from a place of joy, peace, power. And we do it not just at a conscious intellectual level, but at a subconscious automatic level, so we unconsciously automatically feel different. Yeah. Right? So that's another reason why we do things uniquely, how we uniquely support people. And another one is our seminars are not just an experience where people just get a high and they feel good temporarily, which I've experienced a lot in my own life, doing a lot of seminars. We really teach life skills to last a lifetime so people on their own can create transformation and results. And I love people coming years later and they're still sharing, they're using the tools and techniques. So those are a few. On our website, dreamality.com, there's 12 different ways we're unique. Those are a few of them, how we uniquely support people. So
you teach them how to fish, not just to catch and get the fish from the supermarket and fry it.
Exactly. For the rest of their lives.
That's
exactly.
Right. That's right. Yeah. So before we end the program, I know. What results have people achieved throughout the years? Just examples, fast. I know
we're really amazing with emotional intelligence. We're really powerful in that, supporting people to get rid of fear, anxiety, sadness, stress, etc., and be really not just happy temporarily, but unconditionally joyous, peaceful, powerful. You can get rid of any negative emotion. I've supported people do all kinds of emotional transformation. We've had people quit drugs and cigarettes and lose 10 to 160 pounds and get married, heal relationships, increase their income 10 to 900%, heal traumas from sexual abuse, physical abuse, people passing away, infidelity. So we do real deep subconscious work, healing, transforming, creating results, achieving dreams, etc.
And sometimes I see that you do a little bit coaching individually, right on the spot.
Sometimes I do,
seminar,
yes, absolutely.
If it's needed.
Yes, sometimes, yes.
So that's another plus.
Yes.
And tell us about your upcoming seminar.
Okay, amazing, thank you.
Yeah.
So, Monday, July 21st.
Yeah, this Monday.
Right, so it would be, I think that's the right date, right? Monday, July 21st. So, is that correct, the date? Just to make sure, yes. Okay. So, we have an intro seminar.
Okay.
So, it's a seminar I teach people. It's called Jumpstart Your Dreams. So 5 keys to live your life at a whole new level. So you're going to get immediate training right then on the spot, more than today. And also it's an introduction, a preview of our upcoming Dreamality Life 1 seminar and our program. So it's both a seminar and introduction. 6:15 check-in, 6:30 to 8:30. It's a $100 value that we're giving as a gift.
Right.
It's in West LA. We encourage you to come in person, or you can choose to join us anywhere on Zoom if you're not able to come in person. It doesn't work out for you to come in person. It's in West LA again.
Yeah.
And then that leads to our upcoming Dreamality Life 1 seminar, which is the week after. It's a 9-week seminar. Starts on Monday, July 28th, where we teach skills for living a fulfilling, extraordinary life. So we have the intro seminars every few months, so people who are hearing this in time, this is a great time to come.
That's right, yeah.
Or people, if it doesn't work for you now, you can even just go on our email list and sign up so that you get notifications of shows like today or other programs that we have. People can also do that.
Perfect. When is the number 2 coming? Leadership.
Dreamality Life 2 will be in the fall, actually.
Okay, so you're teaching one again.
So right now we're teaching one. So the intro seminar, the last one is this Monday, July 21st, and then July 28th will be our 9-week seminar. And if you're listening to this or seeing this after those dates, again, you're welcome to come to our website. Is it okay if I share our website?
Sure, please.
So Dreamality.com, Dreamality.com, Dreamality.com.
We have it here too.
Okay, great. Dreamality.com. And for the seminar itself, you can go to Dreamality.com/join us, like a diagonal. Join us, JOINUS, to sign up for the intro seminar and find out more information about that. So that's the website to go to, Dreamality.com/join us, or they're welcome to call us also, 310-573-1325, 310-573-1325.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was lovely.
You are an amazing host.
You too.
So light and happy and amazing.
Thank you. And you've been a host on radio for so many years.
Yes.
So it's really an honor.
Thank you.
So, anyway, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I hope that you can come back.
Thank you.
Whenever you wish.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
And if our viewers would like to hear this in Farsi, I don't know if we can do translation on YouTube or something. Sometimes the translations show up on YouTube. I don't know.
Okay.
But if not, please send us a message, or either send me or Arjang a message and let us know if you're interested to listen to the whole entire thing in Farsi. So I will invite him again.
Thank you.
And we're going to do our best to speak in Farsi as much as possible.
Thank you. And please share this with others also.
Yeah, please.
Right, this can really make a huge difference in people's lives.
Yeah. I know that because I've been there, done that, and I know this guy. So
thank you.
Anyway, thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Okay. So I will be back next week, and until then, I hope you guys enjoy every moment of the whole week and day and night and weekend. So until next week, see you.